I think it's wise to build around your best player, Lonzo Ball. If you like anything you see today, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to see our content first. Now, let's get back to the video. The Pelicans have one goal this season. They need to make the playoffs. What do you guys think the Pelicans should do to try and make the playoffs and even get into titles contention?
Yeah, I think they should just sort of run it back again. Maybe add a few bigs to their lineup. They are lacking in size. I think you're going to touch on that later.
I think the Pelicans need to build around their two best players, Lonzo Ball and Zion Williamson. They need to build the offense around Lonzo and Zion, and that involves surrounding them with shooters. We know Zion isn't the best shooter. I know he had 4 or 5 threes in his debut, but that wasn't sustainable throughout the rest of the season. As well as putting pieces around Lonzo. They need to play fast, get transition buckets. That's where Lonzo thrives. And I think in order to do so, they need to move on from Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday only has 1 year left on his contract. I think he's made it pretty clear he doesn't want to re-sign with the Pelicans. He's kind of getting up there in age, and this is a young Pelicans team. So a trade I could potentially see the Pelicans doing is trading Jrue Holiday to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero and some picks. Jrue Holiday fits the Miami Heat culture perfectly. He's exactly what they need in a 3-and-D guard. Getting Tyler Hero for Jrue Holiday would also be a great move for the Pelicans, who kind of need a shot maker in that guard position, just because, obviously Lonzo Ball is more of that facilitator. I think it's wise to build around your best player, Lonzo Ball. Everyone keeps hyping up Zion, but Zion can't stay on the court. He's often injured. Lonzo Ball is that best player. He was that glue guy on the team. He was pushing the ball, giving them, that pace that they became, known for in the NBA. He was averaging close to 9 assists a game late in the season. So I think Lonzo Ball is that glue guy. He's the best player on their team, and he's slowly living up to his potential, shooting around 40% from 3 this year.
All I'm going to say is you're delusional about Lonzo being good. I mean, how long's he been in the league now? 4 years? If he was good, he should have shown it by now. I mean, Ingram and him drafted roughly at the same time. Ingram's broken out as a star.
I think the kind of most exciting thing about the Pelicans is how young they are. They've got Brandon Ingram, who's 22, Lonzo Ball, 22, and Zion Williams, who's 20. So you build around that young core. I think they're really set up well for the future. And to kind of add to that, the new coach, Stan Van Gundy, who a lot of people have kind of questioned that appointment, and I was kind of one of them. Until, I look back at his coaching career, and he was the coach of Orlando Magic in the late 2000s there, where Dwight Howard was probably in the peak of his powers, and who's kind of a similar-ish player to Dwight, that's Zion Williams. And, Zion, he only played 24 games last year, 22.5 points, 6 rebounds, on 58% shooting, which is just incredible. And he shot 43% from 3. Mike, I know you kind of mentioned that he might not be able to keep that up, but the stats don't lie. But obviously a very small sample size, and Zion's just going to continue to grow in his game. I think Stan Van Gundy could be the right man to kind of pair with Zion throughout his career, potentially.
The Pelicans in the draft, it's kind of tough. Their team, they have a lot of guards. They have obviously Lonzo, they have Jrue Holiday, they have Josh Hart, they have Etuan Moore. And they have a couple more guards as well that I can't remember. In the forward position, they have Ingram, and that's pretty much it. Ingram isn't one of the most defensively gifted players on their team. And, we saw that throughout the season. All the wing players will just, take advantage of Ingram, and they'd score 30 or 40 points a game. The Pelicans need that defensive 3-and-D type player, to make up for Ingram's inconsistencies on defense. Someone I really like to take that 3-and-D role and kind of help Ingram on defense a little bit from that wing position is actually Saddiq Bey from Villanova. He shot 42% from 3. He's one of the best defensive wings in the draft, as well as being able to hit that 3-ball consistently. So if I'm the Pelicans, I'm taking Saddiq Bey. 3-and-D guy, perfect complement to Brandon Ingram. He can play off the bench, offer some wing depth, which the Pelicans are kind of lacking in. So, yeah, that's my move.
Kind of to add to that point of the young core that the Pelicans have, we've got the 13th pick this year, and a player that I like them taking is Aaron Naismith. He's an outside perimeter shooting kind of player, 6'6" wing. He averaged 23 points per game at Vanderbilt, shot 50% from the floor and 52% from 3. So, for me, that's a scary prospect to add to this Pelicans team with Lonzo at the point guard, dishing out to a scoring deadeye, really. 52% from three is no joke. Regardless of how big or small the sample size is, you know, he can clearly shoot the ball. He'll learn under JJ Redick at the Pelicans, who's one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. So that'll only continue to help grow his game. So I think for me, if I'm the Pelicans, that 13th pick, I'll be taking Aaron Naismith.
Just to expand on what you said though, Mike. You're willing to trade Jrue Holiday, but you want a 3-and-D player, mate. Pretty sure that's what Jrue Holiday's praised for, mate. If he's happy to stay, I think then they should definitely try keeping him, because all the best players in the league definitely say he's the most underrated defender in the whole league. They think he's the best, and he doesn't even get credit for being the best defender at all.
You obviously have Jrue, who's a great defensive guard, like you've said, one of the best in the league. You have Lonzo, who's one of those high-motor defenders. And, you know, drafting someone like Saddiq Bey to fill in that 3 position to just add more defense to that kind of front court wing position. I think that's the next step they should take to try and make this defense elite.
Well, guys, that about wraps it up for the Pelicans. Let us know what you guys think they should do in the future.
Hey guys, cheers for making it to the end of the video. Really appreciate your time and listening to our opinions. Whether you agree or disagree with us, please drop a comment down below. Let us know. We're just trying to learn and grow our channel. And talking to growing our channel, feel free to drop us a subscribe as well. Really help us grow and really get our name out there. Really appreciate it, guys.